Canucks win, improving their record to 8-11-1, beating the Flames 5-1 here on Wednesday night, February 17th. And with this win, the Canucks get 5 out of 8 points in this little stretch against the Calgary Flames, 62.5 points percentage, which is basically exactly what they need to do for the rest of the season. So this is a good start. Coming to this one, we got Holtby versus Markstrom. Holtby hit 3-5 with an 885. Markstrom 8-4-1 with a 924 save percentage. Lineup changes. Canucks kept everything the same, just swapping in Holtby for Demko. The Flames, on the other hand, they moved Bennett to the fourth line. They brought in a few new guys like Backlund and a couple other guys. Moved some guys out. I know Mackey didn't play. Flames fans weren't happy on Twitter before this one that Bennett was getting moved to the fourth line because he was actually pretty effective in those first 3 games. Starting out in this one, Canucks score early. Jordy Benn on a 2-on-1 with Bo Horvat. And this is literally 2 minutes into this game. And I loved this from Travis Green. First shift of the game is Horvat, Höglander, and Pearson. And they start and they have a high energy shift. They have the whole shift in the Calgary zone. They come off for the Lotto line. The Lotto line has their 40-second shift or whatever. Then they go off and Bo's line comes right back on. Green riding the hot hand early. Again, everyone's rested. It's the start of a game. Getting those guys back out there. And an excellent back check on this shift from Höglander that sort of started this play. He came back, stole the puck, played it up to Horvat. They came in 2-on-1. Benn puts it 5-hole, and it's 1-0 early. About 4 minutes into this game, Calgary took a too many men penalty. Richie jumped on the ice and played the puck right away. Power play 1 was really good here. Power play 2 couldn't get in the zone, couldn't get anything done. This was the Canucks' only power play tonight, so all of their goals coming at even strength. Which is obviously a good sign because they have struggled to score at 5-on-5 so far this year. Richie did have a breakaway about 8.5 minutes into this one that Demko made a stop on. I think it was Schmidt that came back and also disrupted that one a little bit, even though he's the one who got beat. 8.5 minutes to go in the first period. The fourth line couldn't clear the zone. It was just a disaster of a shift, stuck in their own zone. Virtanen takes a stupid slashing penalty on Backlund behind the play. They're sort of in a shoving match, and as Backlund turns skates away, he gives him the old two-hander right in the back of the legs. The ref's going to call that every time, Jake. Come on. It was a solid, aggressive first all around, though. The Canucks did kill that penalty off. It was, again, a really good penalty kill. There was one good chance for Backlund, but that got killed. Shots after the first period, 8-8 even, and 1-0 Vancouver on the scoreboard. 20 seconds into the second period, Tanner Pearson gets on a partial breakaway. He's got to catch to the puck, and Markstrom just comes out and levels him. Basically slides in. He does make contact with the puck. But he leveled Pettersson, took his legs out. Pettersson does the whole flip and almost lands on his head. Markstrom was actually credited with a hit on this. And these are one of those things where, like, it's fun and entertaining and it's super cool to see. It's like, oh, the goalie came out and rocked the guy. But I think these should be penalties. And it's like, okay, it's kind of tripping, for one, although he did make contact with the puck. But it's also just kind of dangerous. Like, you're literally sliding into a guy, and they showed Pearson's speed during the intermission and on the replay, and Pearson was going like 37 kilometers an hour. Markstrom's probably going like 20. So this is a regular city driving car crash speed of one guy sliding into another guy's legs and flipping him over. Thankfully, Pearson was okay. Markstrom was okay. Everyone was good. 12:23 to go in the second period, and Hughes makes a gorgeous pass. Just a beautiful feed, fires it right up the middle. Fires it right up the middle for Bo Horvat. Horvat knocks it down, ends up coming in against Markstrom. Markstrom, again, comes out to challenge. Bo Horvat's just able to pull it over to his forehand and put it into the empty net before he goes down, where this one was tripping. It was Markstrom's stick, ended up getting right into skates. And Bo puts it in the empty net, makes it 2-0. And I want to give a shout out here to Thomas Drance on Twitter. He put out, after Markstrom's first play, like 7 minutes prior on Pearson, that Markstrom gets sort of chasey when he's tired, where he makes bad puck handling decisions and he goes out and gets extra aggressive. And then 7 minutes later, he does it again. So definitely some quick validation there, and Drance was definitely on the money with that one. 8:20 to go in the second period. Johnny Gaudreau had a great chance. Holtby's kind of scrambling back to his net. He's just covering the bottom, and Gaudreau just puts it high over the net. Pettersson puts it off the post with about 4 minutes to go in the second period. A nice little Hughes pass over to him on a 3-man rush, and he put it off the outside of the post. And then Things got worrying. 1:47 to go in the second period. Mangiapane goes wide on Hughes, cuts across the crease. Holtby's down and out, and Mangiapane basically from in line with the net puts it off of Holtby's skate and in to make it 2-1. And these are one of these goals where it's so demoralizing, right? You're like, oh no, they scored with less than 2 minutes left in the period. It's now a 1-goal game. Calgary's got the momentum going into the intermission. Well, 15 seconds later, JT Miller answers. Boeser behind the net, feeds it to Petey in the corner. Miller slides in the high slot. Petey makes the pass over to him, rips it off the bar and in to make it 3-1, but they weren't done. 37 seconds later, JT Miller holds the line. Just a couple great passes around. They're battling for rebounds. Miller ends up getting the puck off of a Boeser rebound, feeds Schmidt with a rocket to make it 4-1 Vancouver. So things went from, we might be collapsing here late in the second to, we got a 3-goal lead going into the second intermission. That's great. So 4-1 Vancouver shots in the second period, 15-13 for Vancouver. Total shots 23-21 at that point. In the third period, not a lot to go over here. 6 minutes into the third, it's a 4-on-1 for the Canucks. I think it's the Lotto line and Tyler Myers. Myers just plays it over to Boeser, kind of coming slightly on the right, like basically in line with the edge of the faceoff circle, and just rips it. Just leans into a wrister. It's his 12th of the season, 12 goals in 20 games for Brock Boeser. He only had, I think, 16 last year, so huge improvement already. Short side, perfect shot, 5-1. Riddick came into the game about 2 minutes later during the commercial break for Markstrom. Riddick then robbed Gaudette on a wraparound, sliding to his right with about 10 minutes to go. Miller took a penalty with 8 minutes to go for tripping. That got killed off. Game ends 5-1. Shots in this one for the total game, 36-33 for Calgary. Let's get into the pluses and minuses. There's a lot of pluses here. Let's start on the negative side. Let's start with the minuses because there's only a couple. One of them, Jake Virtanen. He hasn't been clearing the puck. He took that dumb penalty. We're not going to spend too long on that. Alex Edler, I noticed, he does this thing a lot where he gets the puck behind the net and he's got like a solid 2.5 seconds where a guy's coming to pressure him, and he waits for the guy to get there before he tries to do anything. I didn't like that. Also, where was this in January? Where was this team a month ago? And also, the Ram truck, the pickup truck behind the Calgary net is very Calgary. On to the pluses. Scoring early. 2 minutes into the game where Benn scored. I love that they scored early and they kept their foot on the gas. Olli Juolevi had an excellent game. Positionally, he's been great. His stick work, he had a couple great poke checks that broke up plays. Absolutely great. Hoglander, he's so good. I think he got one assist in this one. He got credited with an assist, I think, on the Bo Horvat goal. Hoglander's been so good. He has great puck control. He wins almost every battle he's in. Every time he gets checked, he comes out with the puck. He's been so good. 20 points in 20 games for Quinn Hughes, still at a point per game. Great to see. He had a bit of a defensive mishap on that Mangiapane goal, but he came right back. 20 points so far for Hughes. They were able to solve Jacob Markstrom. Markstrom had a solid first 3 games against this team, and they lit him up tonight. 5 goals on something like 20-something shots, maybe 24, 25 shots. Just lit him up. Love to see that. Also, I love the response to the 2-1 goal. Calgary, like I said, they score late in the second period. Second periods have been crippling for this team so far this year, but they came right back and they scored 2 of their own before the period expired. Benn had an outstanding sliding poke check. Benn was really good tonight with that goal. He had just a really solid game from Benn. And Brock Boeser, 12 goals in 20 games. There's nothing you can complain about there. Game pucks for this one. Braden Holtby for Vancouver stopped 35 of 36, and the 1 goal he let in ended up just going off of his skate. That puck would have gone cross crease if it hadn't hit his skate and bounced in. So excellent game from Braden Holtby. And for Calgary, we'll give it to Mangiapane. He had the lone goal for the Flames in this one. Next Canucks game is Friday night. Who is it against? Hey Google, what's the Canucks' next game?
The Canucks' next match is on Friday.
Friday, 7 p.m.
Playing the Winnipeg Jets.
Winnipeg Jets. Okay, so we're back to Hellebuck. and the Canucks will need to do some good battling there. Anyway, that's all I've got for this one. Film analysis, as always, will come out tomorrow. We'll go over all 5 of the Canucks goals and the 1 Calgary goal, unfortunately, but it'll be a good one. Make sure you're subscribed for that. Hit like on this video. Leave a comment with who your player of the game was for the Canucks, and I will see you tomorrow.